Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Femina, and it's been several months since my last end of month review, and it is now halfway through the year. Time has gone by so fast, so I thought this would be a great time to do a mid-year review and reflection. The last time I did a review on this channel was February. And boy, has a lot of things happened since then. There's been a lot of chaos going on in the world, and we are still going through it. But March was when everyone was quarantined and we thought it was not going to last that long, and here we are in July and we are still dealing with COVID and getting ready for the next school year. So I thought I would just take a few minutes to talk about what I learned and how things are going. For us, it hasn't been such a big change, but there have been a lot of benefits. So what I mean by that is that I was already working from home, so that was not a big change. And my kids were tracked out, meaning they were out of school in March, about 2 weeks before everyone was sent home. So there was not a lot of changes there. And the only change that happened was my husband was now working from home. So all of us were home at the same time. And it actually turned out really good for our family. So some of the things that changed for us is really I was more agile in my routines and everyday life. I didn't have to be so strict with my schedule as before, where I had to, take the kids to school and then be aware of when they were coming home so I could, wrap up what I was doing and, spend time with them, cook dinner, do the evening routine, all of that stuff. I could be a little bit more relaxed, and it kind of helped my goals and intentions for this year, because this year was a year where I didn't have that many goals, which I picked a great year for that. But I wanted to be more mindful and kind of look at how my life was set up and see if this was where I was supposed to be and where I wanted to go in the future. So being mindful of what I was doing, and this just worked out so well for me because all of the extra stuff that I was doing just dropped off because everything was shut down. I didn't have to coordinate any kids' activities. I didn't have to do any social engagements, and if you're like an introvert and this has been a good time for you, let me know in the comments down below. I am in between an extrovert and an introvert because I like doing some social things and being with my friends and doing get-togethers and stuff. But I also really love being at home. And this time gave me the time to focus on my house, focus on my life, focus on me, without having a lot of external commitments. So I really honed the skill of knowing what needs to be done and to what extent it needs to be done, and not being so restricted by a schedule. Everything is a lot more flexible now, and I'm able to adapt. And I was not that way before. I was very much structured and sticking to a schedule, and it would stress me out when things didn't go according to plan. And now I'm like, I can do it. I can adapt to the situation. I know the results or the outcome that I want out of this situation. And it's more focused on the feeling and the connection and what I know needs to be done, rather than I need to do a specific thing at a certain time or things will fall apart. No, it's not like that for me anymore. So that is one good thing that came out of this. The second thing is I have a lot more time to focus on myself, on my self-care, and it's made a world of difference. I work out now. I'm more consistent with that. I don't have any excuses like I have to go pick up the kids or I have to be somewhere at a certain time. I am utilizing our gym. We do have a home gym, so if you want to see a tour or know what I do or equipment I use, let me know down below because I will be happy to do that. I've been doing a variety of different things because for me, working out, again, I am very flexible about that because I know that I just want to build my strength, be flexible, be able to move around. So I incorporate a lot of different workouts and it's really fun for me now. So that's been amazing. I've been letting go control of the kids and their schedule. I just let them know what needs to be done and when it needs to be done. So we work together to come up with things they need to do and how they can remember to do it because they would always say like I forgot. And I told them that I don't like nagging or reminding them. So we worked through a couple of things that they can do to set reminders or remind them what needs to be done without anybody telling them. And I think that's a really good life skill to have, and it's something that should be practiced because one thing that we learned while they were out of school and while they were virtual learning is that we are conditioned as a society to always be on the go, to always have something to do. And when you're in school, somebody telling you what needs to be done and when it needs to be done by, and having that extreme structure. So when you're out of school, there's nobody to tell you that. You have to make your own decisions. You have to know what you want to do. And for the most part, people focus on not self-development and not self-growth, but like having fun, which is great. But once you run out of that, you're like, what now? What is the next step? Where do I need to go? And that self-growth and self-evolution is something that is kind of lacking. So we've been working on that, myself included. So that is something that is amazing that came out of this because when you are virtual schooling, at least in our case, it was a couple of meetings maybe. And I didn't struggle as much as I heard other parents struggle. So if you're one of the parents that struggled, let me know down below what you were struggling with. I didn't enforce them going to school. I just said that you can practice your time management skills. So if you need to be somewhere, then make sure you're there and make sure you're doing the work that needs to be done. And for the most part, my two older kids did fantastic. My youngest one, she was still little. She was in first grade and she did not like virtual learning. So I didn't force her to do it because I don't want her to hate learning. And she has this negative association with learning being boring, but it's because it was just one way of learning. So we did a lot of different things to get her to learn, but in a fun way. So I have tips for that if you want them, let me know, and I'll do a separate video on that because it's very hard to get younger kids to remote learn because it's boring for them. It was not very structured and it was just watching videos and doing worksheets and things like that. So I didn't force her to do it. And in the end, it worked out really good. So that being said, let's move on to other things that I've learned. Okay, some of the other things that have come out of being self-isolated and quarantined at home. I know a lot of people are kind of getting cabin fever, but I really am not. I am enjoying my home, and what I'm enjoying is that I have time to slow down and really enjoy the things you're supposed to enjoy about your home, the spaces, spending time organizing your space in the way that works for you and that makes you feel good, cooking, which I used to resent because I used to focus on what do you want to eat, what should we have for dinner, things like that. And now I'm just kind of cooking and enjoying the process and not worrying so much if anybody likes it because I like it. And if I like it and I enjoy it and I I can slow down and spend the time to cook, everybody else just ends up eating it. So I don't slave over the stove anymore. I have quick and simple recipes, but I enjoy the process now. So it, you know, it's a lot more enjoyable in not being stuck again to that time schedule, that timetable of we need to eat dinner at this time because then it will push bedtime later, all of that kind of stuff that we moms worry about and want to do on a schedule because we want to cram everything into our day that needs to get done. And some of that stress has just magically gone away because there's a lot of things that just get dropped off the plate because places are closed and you can't really go anywhere. So anyway, that worked out really good for me. So if you're still with me, thank you so much for watching. I don't want to make this video too long, but I do want to do the check-in and just wrap up on the things that I've learned and what I have going on for the rest of the year. So this year has really worked out for me in the fact that I wanted to be more mindful, and it's really honed for me where I am in my life and what I enjoy doing. And my process is really simple. I thought maybe I should come up with like a really strict process, but really what I do is while I'm doing stuff, I just ask myself, do I enjoy doing this? And if I don't, then I ask myself, how can I do it differently if the thing really has to be done, or if I can stop doing it altogether. So my thought process here is, does it add value to my life? Can I do it differently? Can I do it in a more fun way? And if I don't like doing it, I ask myself, why am I doing this? And is this something I just don't have to do altogether? So it's a really simple process, but it helps so much because most of the time, at least for me, I just go, or I just do things because I feel like it needs to be done without really questioning the why or the value behind it. And this has really helped me slow down, take a look at the things that I'm doing, and really just free up so much time. So one of the things I do want to do going forward for the rest of the year is like continue making these videos because I'm really enjoying the process of making these videos, and I want to make videos that are valuable for you. So if you have some topics that you want to suggest, or you want to see more of something on this channel, leave me a comment down below because I do want to add value to your life and give you things that you would enjoy watching. So let me know in the comments down below what you would like to hear about or see on this channel. And I do want to build a fun fab community because life, after all, is meant to be enjoyed and have fun. There are hard things in life, but you don't have to make it harder than it needs to be. And that's something you kind of learn as you grow older and really question why you're doing some of the things that you're doing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.